Happy times on everyone. Welcome back to ZSR for some more Wolfdash. I got, hey, it's John, and hey, it's John. I don't know what this is, John. Hey, it's John, and Claude Inc. going to be commentating for you guys tonight. And I'm Tom Tack, your restreamer. I'm going to hand it off to the commentators. Commentator, all yours, and hope this is a great race.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is John. I'm one of your commentators today. So today we got a good one. We got in the redemption bracket, losers bracket, round 4. We have Midnalin versus meewix. As far as I know, Midnalin is running on GameCube, and meewix is running on Wii. So it's gonna be really interesting to finally see the two come together in a race. I will have Claudine join me in a minute. I think he's still setting up. So for now, I gotcha. Don't worry. All right, looks like the timer's going. All right, good luck, Middle. Good luck, meewix. Let's get started. All right, so just looking off the, because I'm learning meewix's route. Both these runners are gonna start with Ordnance Gate Clip, and then doing a technique called Back in Time. Midland will be doing Safe Bit, and I believe meewix is gonna be doing Back in Time as well. But I think she'll be doing it in a different method. Then we'll see Midland do it. It looks like the gate works pretty good for meewix. Mid having a little bit of troubles. Now, if you notice, while on meewix's screen, she didn't roll or try to press any buttons because Back in Time on Wii, it's kind of trippy. Mid finally getting through the gate, and so for some precaution, there'll be some more precautions. I believe she will be doing Back in Time equipped later, so there'll be more precautions on how Back in Time works for meewix. Midnalin doing Safe Bit pretty quickly. Okay. Yeah, for the most part, the beginning of these routes are kind of the same, and then once they enter the Fair and Twilight is when we'll see some differences in the routes. Yeah, seeing the two versions next to each other is pretty cool. It's pretty nice to see. We'll see how these routes are similar, how they're different. So yeah, the beginning, early game section, pretty much the same routes, kind of. I don't think they have too much different, other than the fact that they're flipped or they're mirrored. Okay. And I will go ahead and mention that both of our runners are on English, so they will be picking up rupees throughout the run. Okay. As far as other details about these runners, both these runners are in the loser bracket, as I had mentioned earlier, and I believe the winner of this race, someone correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me anyway before I even say it. The winner of this race will go on to face the Ethernet boys in the quarterfinal, the losers quarterfinal, and the loser is unfortunately done. So, what can I say? Came freeing the kid. Most of this early section is just, optimizing your rolls, especially like on slopes. Then after this, we'll be seeing both our runners do goats, and that's always a fun time. Gotta be paying attention to these goat times. Well, it's trippy just seeing the goats in a mirrored position too. All right. And okay. Yeah, that's the fun thing about goats is that you just do whatever they want. Now we got Midnalin catching up, getting ready to do goats herself. These goats are not really cooperating for meewix right now. Looks like Midland's having a better scenario. Holy oh, almost. Yeah, this is not something you want to see in when it comes to doing goats. A 102.28 and a 30.59 from Midnalin. Or 102. Just say 102. I don't need the milliseconds. So yeah, see now they're maybe 6 seconds apart from Mid having trouble with the Ording Gate. But now we're gonna come to everyone's favorite part of the run, Bow. If you don't know, Bow is I like to say it's a glorified rock paper scissors because you just never know how the RNG is gonna go. In a perfect world, you would press B to slap and then mash A to do a one cycle on both phases, but that's of course a perfect world. There's no such thing. And then have to do it twice. Yeah, so let's hope Bow is nice today. We've had some really unfortunate bows lately, and we've also had some pretty good ones. Mewix getting through the first phase pretty quick. Meanwhile, Bow's giving Mid some problems. Okay, Mid's through the first phase too. Now Mewix is struggling on the second phase as well. And Mewix is through the second phase. All right. And so is Mid. Okay, we're about like well, I won't know until look like an 822 boots for Mewix and an 825 boots for Mid. About 3 seconds apart. Really good so far. Really good early game. Apart from, well, not gonna say that. Now, if you notice, mid made a little save right outside Bo's house. We're gonna be using that save file later on in the run for a neat little trick called early monkeys. And now pretty soon we'll be entering the sewers for our first wolf section of the run. This sewer section is kind of like a tutorial for the for a wolf movement. So basically, all you want to have to happen here is a very optimal wolf movement. So hopefully we see some of that. We got box break from meewix, but not from mid. That's really unfortunate. It saves like a few frames, if anything. I think it's like 3 frames. I think that it saves, but 3 frames is 3 frames. Okay, so not too much happens in I guess the first half of the sewers. Mainly towards the second half of sewers, you'll see hopefully some one framers when it comes to some midna jumps. Okay, yes, this is really cool to see a Wii versus a GameCube runner. Nice little text displacement from Uix right there. Then right here, it could come for a text trigger skip, which Mew successfully does. Now we're gonna see Midnalin try to do the same text skip. Does not get it. It's okay. I did say I would slander mid if she like failed a lot, so if I'm slacking on that, just let me know. Okay, let's see if Muix gets this one frame right here. Does not. It's not a huge time saver, but it's a nice time saver to have. Hello, Claude.
Yo, sorry about that.
All good?
My Discord desktop app wasn't loading on the browser browser version.
All right, now I'm joined with my fellow commentator, Claude Inc.
Go upstream now.
So now Muix and Midland are getting ready to leave the castle. So now we're gonna start coming to our next trick of the run. Both runners will be doing a sword and shield skip with our good friend Hugo in a minute. It's gonna be really cool to see this trick from 2 different versions. Current time difference, I would say maybe not even 5 seconds apart. Of course, that could all change right here. 10 to 15? Yeah, that's about right. Just going off of mid splits right here.
I can see again.
Awesome. So, Claude, you're more of a, because you're also a rerunner. Do you think you have any insights to how different the Wii version is compared to a GameCube?
Well, for Sword and Shield skip, you don't have camera controls at all, so that makes things definitely a lot different. It's like meewix got it first try. That's nice. It's huge.
Nice. That's what you want to see in a race.
Yeah, there are definitely a handful of interesting quirks about the Wii version compared to the GameCube. So definitely be pointing those out as they come up throughout the run.
Now, it looked like mid didn't fail it, but she got the text. And there, okay, there we go.
Nice.
So I would say they're about. I want to say now we're about maybe close to 30 seconds apart. I think 30 is a nice low guesstimate. I forget the Wii has cooldowns on spin attacks.
All quick spins, no charge spins. Which is relevant in a couple different ways.
Yes, hopefully we see all those ways throughout the run.
I believe we'll see one difference coming right up between the Wii and GameCube routes. meewix is going to get the Theron vessel. You can be completing all 3 Twilights in this route.
Whereas we'll see Midnalin just completely skip the Farron vessel, so Farron will forever be in Twilight because of some neat game mechanics we'll see pretty soon.
And difference for adding Theron Twilight isn't that much, because obviously the first Twilight, shortest Twilight, it's not as much time as you would expect.
Nah, I'd say maybe like what, maybe 6 minutes if even.
I think it's less
Probably
than that.
probably it has to be. Well, maybe. Nice little senses. I know that's a little time save right there.
Nice bonk.
So now Mid's just making her way through the purple mist section, and we'll be coming up to one of our first sequence breaks of the run. That being early Master Sword. That involves a little manipulation of an enemy called Jamal, who is a shadow beast, just kind of chilling in North Farron, to where we'll use him. Use one of his slow attack swings, hopefully, to perform a Midna super jump onto a ledge and get early access to the Sacred Grove where the Master Sword sleeps. Let's go ahead and see if Mid can get it. Ooh, that's a fast swing right there. There we go. Oh,
Close.
yeah, just barely looking away from it.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my least favorite tricks. Like, it's not
For sure.
on paper one of the hardest ones, but it can be... It can give you a hard time.
Yeah, it's so tedious being this early in the run too. Ooh. Midnalin having a little bit of trouble here.
I'm always relieved when I can get it within a few tries.
Yeah. Going for third attempt. Meanwhile, meewix is also entering the area, and I believe she will also be attempting early master sword, but I believe she'll be attempting from the closer side, if I'm not mistaken. Mid getting it, nice.
Mid gets it.
Ooh,
Close
meewix
one.
barely, yeah.
There are two slightly different methods of doing EMS. I think I do it the way Mid does it, and Nukes does a slightly faster version.
Nice.
If she gets it.
meewix getting his second try. And then this whole little section of Skull Kid is just it's of course it's the same thing, just mirrored. So it's really cool to see right now.
Sometimes I still have to concentrate to not get lost here.
I know.
Though you do it so many times.
Thankfully, the locations for the Skull Kid aren't interchangeable. So the same 3 spots. Thankfully, we don't have to be searching the entire wood looking for them. I think that would make life a little bit harder if that was the case.
RNG Skull Kid spawns. That's just what we need.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be really cool seeing the Master Sword puzzle being done different in like a mirrored form.
A little time save on that hit. If you B attack on Skull Kid, you can get over the edge and save a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the ground instead of up on the ledge still when the cutscene is playing.
Nice. Looks like meewix also got that little B attack. Now for this final area, it's more optimal to just to get one puppet to start its Skull Kid's timer so you can attack him. Just for hit frames. Too many hit frames adds up.
Like I think 5 frames of
Like
stun
hit
every
stop.
time you hit an enemy.
Yeah. Okay, well, looks like mid is done. And meewix picking up rupees throughout, whereas mid did not actually. So I think meewix already has 10 rupees already.
Pretty low on health, but both survived, which is good.
Oh yeah.
I found out the hard way. You die in that fight, you go all the way back to the start of Grove.
Oh yeah.
Which is the sad time loss. Sword puzzle.
It looks so cool.
They both go for the optimal solving strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the little 12 move rectangle, just in starting in different directions. Because of, you know.
Starting with left on GameCube and right on Wii is 1 frame faster than the other solution.
We got a 2342 Master Sword from mid. Thank you for the splits. And we're looking at a 24. A 24 even for meewix. So just that
Nobody
alone,
gets
basically,
sorted.
we're looking at about, just off the splits alone, about 18 seconds. Which doesn't feel like it's 18 seconds, but I mean, looking at the splits and looking at the timer.
This is one of the longest unskippable cutscenes in the game right here. Nice little stretch break.
A little
Motion
hydrate.
break if you've been doing attempts for a while. Master Sword, Morpheal, Squidna are the big ones. Maybe Argarok.
Yeah. But now that we got the Master Sword, we'll be able to warp away from here and then be able to transform between Wolf and Link and Human Link whenever we feel, which will be really helpful pretty soon. So now both of our runners will be warping back to South Farron and then making our way back up to North Farron. Only slight difference between this section is Neelix will be picking up any tiers that she did not pick up on the first go.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier. She was leaving the tiers because it's a little bit faster to keep going as you wait for them to explode. Since we're coming through here anyway to get to the Forest Temple, you can just collect those on the second run through.
Yeah.
Got a purple mist here. In Twilight, the mist doesn't. It still goes away when you swing your lantern. At least like on the game side, but on the visual side, it like I don't know. I guess it's not programmed to visually go away in the Twilight. You
Yeah.
can still kind of see where the safe area is. Ewick's grabbing some more rupees. She waits for the tears.
Yeah, nice little Ruby Tech skip there with the jump attack.
I always like this fight in my runs because I get to get revenge on Jamal.
There you go. Look like the beast was like Jamal was trying to be a little go-getter and just walk away. So now that Mid entered the Forest Temple, we'll be seeing another instance of Back in Time, which we'll be using our save file that we made on file 2, which, if you remember, was outside of Bo's house. Yep, that's good.
Meewix
Now
is
we
gonna
set
hold
our.
off on going into the forest temple for more minutes. Gonna finish Fair and Twilight, and then warp right back to North Faron. Or maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Let me see. I have Mux's route pulled up right here.
Okay, I changed my mind. She's doing back in time again on the bridge.
Oh, are we doing back in time equipped already? I believe so.
And Meewix is doing the optimal Wii route, which I am not 100% familiar with. I still run a intermediate route.
Okay, so yes, it does look like Muix is doing back in time equipped. Back in time equipped is essentially another method to get to Kakariko, because in GameCube the optimal route uses Rupee Roll and then followed by Gorge Skip, which is an LJA over the Void. But as we'll see in in the Wii version, he can't do an LJA with the boomerang because of funky little mechanics. But this is another way to get to Kakariko, and it involves obviously doing the King Bulbin 1 fight, which after finishing the fight will put us in Kakariko in this kind of weird state. He's doing a nice job with the King Bulbin fight,
Pretty good
and
overall.
mid's in the Ook fight 3 with 3 hop.
Okay, finishing KB1 puts you back in Kakariko Village in this weird state.
And then it looks like she's gonna attempt to do back in time equipped again, with precautions because it is very crash prone here. So I hope the best for Muix right here. In mid with a 31-41 boomerang. And now I believe Muix just set her early boss flags.
So this route does back in time equipped twice. Once to get to finishes the KB1 fight to get to Kakariko, and then one more time to get early boss flag, early boss fights for Forest Temple later.
Okay.
It's a little bit faster to start the Twilight now, get the first few bugs, and then head back to North Faron to the Boomerang and continue on with route.
And then meanwhile on Midnalin's side, we'll be doing our first instance of a boomerang LGA to perform Fair and Escape. This one's not too straightforward, not too difficult to explain. Just line up in a proper spot, do an LJA over a trigger that tells you, hey, you need to finish the Twilight, or hey, you need to finish the Forest Temple. We're not going to do that. We just jump right over it.
And Fair and Escape is now also possible on Wii. Meewix will have to do a very difficult trick twice. Do it.
Yeah. because as mentioned already, the Wii version does not do or is unable to perform LJAs, so we'll be seeing a different method of fair escape on meewix's side, which I for one am very excited to see live. I don't think I've ever seen it like in a proper run, so it'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, so definitely new for this Wolfdash. I think might have been shown off in one other restreamed race. Yeah, definitely really cool to show that off now again.
Can we do postman skip with LJ? I believe it is possible to do postman skips on LJ. Claude, do you have any insight on that?
Yeah, we're gonna see that just after meewix does Grand Escape the first time. It's one of the interesting things about the Wii version. So the Wii North America 1.0 version was the first version of GameCube of Twilight Princess ever to be released. So there are a few um, little bugs, little quirks that they hadn't quite patched out, and so the mailman triggers are like big rings in Hyrule Field, and on the GameCube version, they're small enough that we can LJ over them, but in the Wii 1.0 version specifically, they're like teeny tiny. The rings that the trigger the postman, they're so small you can literally just B attack over them or jump attack. So what we do is we let get our visual cues and then time a jump attack just straight over the trigger. It's kind of funny looking at them in Trigger Viewer and GZ. Like, it's not precise at all. The only hard thing is finding a visual cue because you're dashing through with this giant field.
Yeah. And if you saw on the Midnalin side, we missed Gorge Voice, so we do have to warp back to Farron. We did get map warping. Map warping is really essential on I believe both sides, honestly, because map warping is faster than calling Midna to warp. So because Midland failed Gorge Void, the route that she's on is gonna differ a little bit. So now we're gonna come making our way to Lanayru, and I believe Mid runs Pillar Clip. So we'll be seeing her do Pillar Clip to get into Lake Bed early to get the claw shot. And then from there she'll go to the Zora's Domain portal and then come back to Farron to do Farron Escape for a third time.
You saw Midnalin doing a linear gate clip.
Yeah, it looked like it was very nice to her that time.
Tiny little gap in between the two sides of the gate. When you bonk it like that, you can just kind of clip through.
And now meewix is in the Ook fight for the boomerang. Let's see how many hops she gets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 hop. That's
Be worse, but be a lot better too.
jump slash on over the triggers. That's cool. Let's see if Mid gets this pillar clip here. It looks good. Yeah, never a doubt. Oh, well, that's a spoiler for the end of the run. Just kidding, just kidding.
I think there are 3 different times total that meewix will be jumping over mailman trigger. Twice in Hyrule Field, once in Fort Castletown.
No, Mid did a save warp there when she entered Lake Bed because with the Master Sword, when you save warp, it puts you in the first room of Lake Bed, not the tunnel, because the game thinks, you know, oh well, they have the Master Sword, you have to have already been through here, or just in the instance if you're a wolf, you don't have to drown in a tunnel. I don't know. That part's never clear to me, but if it works, it works.
One
Now
of the many things in this
mid-side.
game that if there was any different, the route will be very different.
Okay, mid's gonna be
That
trying
save
to
warp
get
didn't work.
the Uku here, but Meewix is gonna be attempting Fair and Escape for the first time in the run. So I really want to see how this looks.
What she's going to try to do here is get into a very specific position. I believe she does a position setup, and then do a displacement clip into this wall here. And she needs to collect a rupee on the same frame that she clips into the wall.
Oh, it doesn't look like she got it.
So it's a frame perfect motion input with an inconsistent visual cue. So, really difficult. Didn't get it there. I have to save warp and try again.
Meanwhile, on mid side, we do a couple more LJAs to get to the Deku Toad room, and because we have the early boss fight still set, all we have to do is when we enter the Deku Toad room, words. All we have to do is look up, and it'll instantly trigger the cutscene to start the fight. Okay, Meewix going to get another attempt at Fair and Escape. Oh, looks like Meewix got it.
Nice. Second try is not bad.
Nice. Yeah, it looks so. Yeah, it looks so cool seeing it. And mid getting the one cycle off of Deku Toad for the claw shot. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe we'll see the first postman skip from Meewix here. Nice.
Yep. Do a jump attack.
Oh, is there 2 or?
Yeah, in this spot there's 2 spots to jump over.
Oh.
There's a ring centered in like middle of the path on the way to Elden. I think the one in front of Castletown is centered way out of bounds somewhere, and so the loading zone is before the other end of the ring.
Oh. Look at that! I'm learning. Basically going in and out. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, doing it twice. Oh, okay. Yeah. And we're gonna fight the card rider, and I believe Mid's gonna be playing it safe and just doing the normal fight. or I guess the fast fight. Because there is a quicker method doing a car drowning, but there's some crash risk with that.
Now, meewix has the gorge portal and map warping. I'm gonna be doing Fair and Escape one more time. And as hard as Fair and Escape is, it replaces a trick that's not significantly better or worse than the old route. Doing an opponent scene clip, followed by those messengers as human on Epona with the Orden sword, and then doing Gorge Void like 4 minutes into the run.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let's see if... Ooh. Okay. Then Mid's just using the card just to fly through the empty river to get to Upper Zora's River. Because from here we'll be going to get the Zora's Domain portal.
It looks like she didn't do a carg out of bounds that you see most people do. Which is fair. Saves like 6 or 8 seconds and loses 30 plus if you fail it.
Yeah.
I don't do it yet. I think I'll start doing it when I do a ELH route. I need to practice with plumb out of bounds, which we'll see meewix do later. Unfortunately, didn't get that time either.
Yeah, it's a really tough trick. Just looking at the breakdown on ZSR right here, that's a pretty beefy description of it. It is unfortunate we had to do it twice. But I think that's all you have to do. I think you only have to do it twice, right? If I'm looking at the route correctly.
So the way the rupee moves in that boomerang isn't always consistent. So the visual cue for when you're trying to time your sword slash, to know how many frames until you collect the rupee isn't consistent.
Okay, and Midnalin getting the Zora's Domain portal, warping back to South Farron. We're doing the third and final Farron escape on mid side.
It's like meewix didn't like something about that. Now she spent a lot of time practicing this trick.
Yeah. Yeah, because off the top of my head, at least in Wolfdash, I believe meewix is the only runner that actually does this trick. Because I know I think there's only 3 Wii runners in Wolfdash. Correct me on
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Me and Jiao are pretty new.
Yeah, so both of you were on the I'm assuming I guess a modified beginner route. I don't know if you're exactly on a beginner route, but wasn't the optimal route as we're seeing meewix do, which is clearly a lot more intuitive. Uh,
Oh,
good. Is that
make sure you got it.
nice?
Yeah, looks good.
All right, now.
Nice.
All right, we're done with
Almost
this
doesn't
trick.
fall. Yeah, finishing this route at all in a marathon is already impressive.
hmm So now on Midnalin side, we saw. Yeah, yeah. Wolfling did do a little tumble there, but not in midfield. The postman skip. I don't know if anyone saw that. Boo. But mid is now gonna be doing a rupee roll, which involves doing a little LJA onto this fence. There's not a lot of room to stand on, but thanks to the rupee text we'll be getting here, it gives us enough time to stand on the fence and do a roll onto the ledge, which hopefully mid gets. See, now we're standing, do a little roll on the ledge. Now we make our way over here to perform an LJA over the void.
Looks like meewix just eyeballed that angle for linear gate clip. I've never seen that before.
Nice. Mid getting over the void successfully. Now, I believe you said it already, but I believe Muix is going to be doing ELH, not pillar clip.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll just be seeing Muix get the Zora's Domain portal in this linear Twilight section for now.
You can see Midnalin going wide on the entrance to Kakariko Village because she's going around the AB1 trigger. Because that activates as soon as you get the iron boots. We already have those from the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, looks like Muix is going to be doing card drowning.
Unlucky.
That looks good.
Confident after those Farron escapes. Yeah, being done with Farron escape, I'm sure takes a lot of this pressure off.
So mid with about a 51-35 Elden Vessel. Ooh, nice little card clip.
When you drown the car like that, it's important to, I think, transform as soon as you start the flight, because otherwise, the camera goes crazy or something later in the flight if you're human.
Basement bugs. Basement bugs being basement bugs for mid.
And what's your favorite Twilight bug?
My favorite Twilight bug? I think the one in the soon-to-be Malamart. Because you can just enter the little... You can just enter a little tunnel, do a little B attack on the wall, and it comes to you. Which, funny enough, we'll be seeing on mid-screen right now.
Yeah, you just bonk that wall and target the bug, and it just comes right down to you. And I feel the same way. One of my favorite bugs is that one. It's just so... I forget the word.
I think even just before I even knew you can just bonk the wall and to make it come to you, just like the little climbing to get to the bug in a casual playthrough is cool to do.
Considerate, that's the word. So considerate of that bug. My other favorite is one of the ones in Barren Twilight. Of the group of 3 in the mist area. I think when you... The optimal way to attack them is to midna charge them. And I think the first one you hit explodes instantly. Or one of them explodes instantly, and the other 2 just take their time. Which also just comes across as considerate. Even though it doesn't save time, because you have to wait for the other 2. Some kind, polite Twilight bugs.
And Neelix now warping back to Kakariko.
None of them in linear Twilight are polite.
Yeah. And on Muix's end, we already have the vessel, and we've already completed basement and graveyard bugs, so now we just start from this little bug right here.
I don't think they're quite synced up yet, because Mid has Claw Shot, right?
Yeah, Mid has Claw Shot. So I'm pretty sure the routes will converge on Aru's memo. Or does Meewix go to Snow Peak after MDH?
She does Arbiters before Snow Peak.
Yeah, not gonna be able to go to Arb. I don't know. I'm looking at the route, but I don't know if Mew does converge to City. Oof.
They might converge briefly.
They might pass by each other.
But then they're gonna separate again after MDH.
I don't know.
It'll
be cool to see.
City.
Okay.
And one of the differences about not having LGAs is your route in Snow Peak, the Wii version. So there are a couple of different things that we have to do.
Spinner Bomb Boost. That's cool. All right, we'll be seeing some new. Well, I'll be seeing some cool things on the Wii versions.
Yeah, we'll see them later. We'll talk more about them later.
Mid getting the Watchtower bugs. Also saw Mid getting some rupees and doing a blue rupee tech skip. It's always nice to skip the text if you can. Just saves a couple of seconds.
Meewix doing Wolf Bomb House skip.
Oh,
see
yeah.
how it goes.
Nice. I believe Mid did human
close there.
wolf skip. Oh yeah.
Not over till the bug is dead.
Yeah.
Another thing about not having LGAs is human bomb house skip, which is a lot easier. Is not possible in Wii, so we just have to do Wolf Bomb House skip to save 40 seconds or so.
My phone just randomly decided to start buzzing with messages. Let me just mute that.
You're just too popular.
Golf claps.
In the end of Elden Twilight here. Looks like nobody forgot Any tears?
I would hope not.
I think I've done that on all 3 Twilights before. Not in the same run, but separately.
I think the worst I've done is just leave the watchtower too fast, and the bug didn't register. So
Might have done that
always...
before. There was one where I completely forgot about the watchtower bug.
Oh.
I think Wolfbomb House Skip was giving me a hard time, so I was just distracted and jumped straight down before, like, without doing going into the watchtower and getting the bug. And then a separate time.
And so now,
okay, after Death Mountain. Yeah,
so now we're gonna see Mid getting the rock. Yeah, so the only reason we complete the Elden Twilight is for this rock right here, and that's to unfreeze the Lanayru area, or the Zora's domain for the water, to get to the Lanayru vessel.
No gamer side hop for Midnalin, unfortunately.
Man, she just missed box break, missed gamer side hop, man.
They're both gonna make sure to transform before warping the rock. They can go under the cutscene trigger for Rotella. Skip that, saving some time.
Yeah. Now I believe Lanayru Twilight will probably be the same on both sides. I don't think anyone does anything spectacular.
I don't think there are any differences, considering it's all wolf movement. Everyone's favorite part of the run. Lanayru Twilight.
Oh yeah. I love Lanayru Twilight. It's just so fun to be in. I hate this Twilight with a passion.
The longest by far. It's easy to forget that in the speedrun, we do a trick. The Lanayru gate clip saves probably several minutes in the first part of the Twilight, because you skip straight to Lake Hylia pretty much, whereas casually you would be dashing across the field for another few minutes, which is something you already do a couple times in the run. So even when you split the Lanayru Twilight up,
you know, like Mid had a little bit of trouble
longer
with the Shadow Beast there. Yeah, so it may look like they're really not too far apart, but an important thing to note is the Mid already has the claw shot, whereas meewix does not. So for a good while, it will be kind of hard to tell who's in the lead. If I had to guess, I'd say Mid, but the routes here are just so different. We'll be seeing some different techniques and mechanics from both runners on their respective versions. Also, meewix is already at 57 rupees. And Mid's at 35, of course.
Also, Midnalin does do safe waterfall side hop.
Yeah. Alright, just jumped over 2 rupees, I guess. I guess we're gonna be poor the entire run.
Wow, there's a big difference in rupees between them.
Oh yeah.
Rick's coming up on waterfall side hop, going for the fast version.
Nice.
He gets it. You have 6 frames to input a side hop. First 3 frames put you, I think, down on a lower ledge, which costs a few seconds. And the next 3 frames are putting you in a good spot. Looks like Midnalin's lily pad bugs weren't too bad. And on meewix's side, we see another quirk of Wii 1.0. If you kill one of the twilight bugs and they land in water, they'll sink all the way down to the bottom. You have to wait for them to slowly come back up. So we're going to be trying our best to make sure that we kill the bugs and they land on outside the water. With the lily pad bugs, it's really hard to control.
Hey, Mix is really collecting rupees in this section. And on mid screen, we'll be coming to the best part of the run, some wolf dashing.
Wolf
Looking at the
dashing? I believe that's why we're all here. The whole
That's
point of
why
the
we're all
tournament.
here. Manipulating the camera to reduce lag. I'm not sure if
One nice
Meewix
thing
does the
about
same thing, actually.
Wii version, it lags in like one spot. So, not that there's much that the Wii version can do to mitigate lag anyway, without camera controls. I think the top of Snow Peak is like the one spot where there's any lag that I've noticed.
Oh, during the Shadow Beast fight?
Yeah.
Nah.
I think the Gerudo Desert Portal fight is also another spot where at least it lags on GameCube. I'm not sure about the Wii version, since we don't go there in this route, this category. We're all done wolf dashing for now, sadly. Don't worry, it'll be back.
And yes, we gotta do all this wolf dashing just for this one little bug over here. Which, I don't know about you, but I really like this bug. This bug's a really cool bug. I think it's nicer it's all the way over here.
I don't know, its iframes are annoying. Never tell when
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna end. You'll see them both dash canceling through Castletown, because that's the fastest movement I have.
Yeah.
Midnalin's bug landing in the water, but it doesn't matter. Let's be nice.
Yeah. Now we'll be doing
One thing.
river bugs.
It's one thing meewix is gonna have to be mindful of on this bug. Nice.
Yeah, nice. Just a little ultimate turn. Now, I see she's doing it now. She's stubborn about this. It's more optimal to skip the first bug and just go straight for the second one because the first one will just catch up and just you'll get it along the way. But for the longest time, mid was doing 1, 2, 3, 4, the bugs in order, like a dummy. Kidding, but
Do
yeah.
that too. I'm a dummy.
Oh, no, meewix 2 doing the second bug first.
No, she crashed.
Oh no. Loser.
Immediately crashing there and saying no to retrying puts you right back next to the next bug.
Yeah, next to the second to last bug that we need actually, yeah.
This last river bug takes surprisingly long to actually collect its tier. Theoretically, it would be fast to dash, kill the bug, and then immediately bonk on the water. But if you do that, you'll most of the time not collect the tier before you void out. Which is an annoying thing to have to deal with. Fortunately, if you do that, as soon as you go back into the flight, you'll collect the tier instantly, even though you're back at the start, so you don't have to go all the way back to where the bug was.
No, both are runners on boss bug. I like boss bug. I mean,
Eric.
I won't call it in the morning, but you know, I like boss bug. It sure is different than the other bugs.
You've heard of Boss Baby? Now get ready for Boss Bug. Have you heard of Boss Baby?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it, or at least in full.
I think I've seen it. It's been long
Been out
enough
for a
now,
while now,
very,
hasn't
very
it?
well. Cool little time
Yes.
save on Boss Bug. If you bonk it in just the right, if you stand in just the right spot as you're charging the whatever those are to finish the fight, you'll bonk on the side of it and that'll just finish the fight instantly.
Alright, so now that both our runners finished the linear twilight, mid, they'll both be making our way to Upper Azores River, but I believe we'll see meewix damage down a little bit.
Yeah, we're splitting up again.
Yeah, our
And
routes are
heading
gonna.
to Ball and Chain. Meewix heading to Lake Bed.
How was Fair and Escape for you?
Escape was second try the first time and fourth try, was that the second time?
Yeah, maybe fourth try, second time, but I think it could have been third time. But I don't think she likes the rupee position for the third time.
Did a save warp anyway, so that was basically as bad as a fail. Me was gonna be stealing the bombs from Isa here by doing a cool little setup. You can Normally you're supposed to do this fight as human, but if you move just right, you can transform wolf.
Yeah. And mid, for some reason, is howling, stopping mid-run to howl.
That's crazy.
No.
Wait, no, it's not crazy.
Yeah, it's on for mid. Because we didn't do Fair and Twilight, we didn't get the ending blow the intended way. So the first wolf is always gonna be the ending blow, and this Howling Stone is the only one that's more or less in how can I word it? It's in route of where we need to be, so we'll be able to collect the ending blow, just not now. I believe mid will collect it post MDH.
I thought she was at the Snow Peak Stone already.
Oh. No, mid will also be stealing and duplicating the bomb bag.
Because we're doing this fight before MDH, Midnight's Desperate Hour, we don't have Midnight on our back, so we can't do charge attacks. So we have to do a pretty precise way of
The Shadow Beasts are being
killing
kind
these
of
two
funny for mid.
beasts at the same time. You got that weird thing again. I think the same thing happened to her in a different race.
Yeah.
Well, I just learned how this trick works earlier in the tournament. So when Isa takes you inside her hut here, you're supposed to like blow up these rocks, and she gives you a bomb bag. You're supposed to blow up the rocks and then go down the river. But if you can save warp, and they don't want you to be able to steal a bomb bag that way, so it saves your inventory for when you head into Isa's hut, and sets it to that if you save warp without finishing the Isa segment. What we can do is warp away as we do the fight as Wolf, and then he calls us back into the hut instantly, and we go to Upper Zora's River, and then it saves the stolen bomb bag as
Oh no.
part of the inventory, so we can just save warp and keep the stolen bag.
Oh no. Meewix
Oh no, Meewix.
died. Oh no. Whatever will she
Drink some
do?
water. That should make her feel better.
Well, not that much water. So what we see Meewix do empty Lake Hylia, which is another method of getting into lake bed. Meanwhile, mid doing a map glitch to traverse through Snow Peak without voiding to the blizzard.
Oh, I'm all out of water.
Wow, it's so cool seeing ELH from the other side. Nice.
Meewix gets the bomb boost. That's a cool trick. Whenever I see that one. The whole segment is cool. Emptying the lake, doing the bomb boost. Up here, Midna is going to howl once, not twice. To get rid of map glitch. Map glitch helped us get through the blizzard without voiding out. But if we try to dig in the dig spot to get to the going with Snow Peak Cave, you try to dig without activating map glitch, you soft lock.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened to me yet, but it's only a matter of time. On meewix's side, she's gonna do another displacement clip.
Nice.
Which is faster and easier than a different trick she'd have to do otherwise. Old pot push. Another difference in the route because of not having LJAs.
Mid doing the messenger fight skip. And on mid side, because we skipped the Shadow Beast fight, we'll be doing blind snowboarding.
I don't know how people can do blind snowboarding. I can barely do sightful snowboarding.
I think once you've done it enough times, it just becomes second nature almost.
Must be.
It was like Meewix tried to go for the zero cycle. Is the zero cycle possible on the Wii? Is it just harder?
I assume so. If she went for it.
No.
I've never tried to go for it. You get the one cycle though.
Yes, I okay. Okay. Thanks, Badamja. Now Meewix getting the claw shot. And I believe she'll be... as you saw throughout Meewix's laid-back segment, she was emptying her bomb bag so she can pick up water bombs. So I believe she'll fight Morpheal now. I think.
Yep.
Meanwhile, mid's gonna be entering Snow Peak. Damn it.
ELH does Lake Bed on one trip.
Yeah. So now on Midnalin's side, we're gonna see her do her first displacement clip of the run. That being the Snow Peak displacement clip. She'll jump down here. Huh? Where's she going?
She does
Hold on a second, folks.
base boost.
Do my eyes deceive me? Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to see the legendary ice clip. Oh my god, I do not believe it. She's lining it up. She's in. It's transforming. And she's through. Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw ice clip in the big 26. Oh my god. That's one of the best tricks I've ever seen in the game. Not to distract from the fact that Meewix is doing boss key skip for Lake Bed. Nice. Yeah, ice clip. So clean. So perfectly executed. Who even does displacement clips anymore? Also, nice freezer skip.
Both runners will be doing Morpheal without Zora armor.
Yes.
That's what we need the water bombs for. Hopefully it goes well for both of them.
Yeah. And Midnalin getting through Dark Hammer, so we gain the ball and chain here.
Water bombs let them get an air refill. If they force unequip the iron boots while they're pulling out a water bomb, they can swim with the water bomb, and the game doesn't quite expect them to be able to do that, and so it gives them an air refill. It looks like meewix didn't drop the water bomb, so she didn't get the air refill. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like they'll be okay.
Yeah. It's always scary to see that happen. And Mid getting the orange rupee from here. She'll also be getting the orange rupee from the front of the dungeon. This is definitely some swimming from Morpheus here. Okay, I think it's good from here.
That's 2 hits on Morpheus. Looks like good for the regrab. Oh.
Ooh.
Very unlucky.
Yeah, but I think she's still good for an air. Yeah, she's good for an air refill.
And that looked really good. I don't know how that failed. Oh.
I don't like this. Yeah.
It sucked, but be okay. This will be the last hit.
Alright, looks good. Good. And Midnalin emptying her bomb bag as well to collect some water bombs.
Morpheus is definitely a tough fight without Zora armor. A lot can go wrong.
Yeah.
No deaths. No death is a win.
Well, always, yeah. Now we'll be seeing Midnalin go for
Not for
Bosky skip.
Morpheus.
No, yeah. Nice.
I don't do a bridge clip yet in my route. Not sure what to exactly what they're looking for. Now that meewix is done with all the boring stuff, time to get back to the fun stuff. Wolf dashing.
Yeah. I like the MDH section. It's peak OST, but like still, it's just some more wolf movement.
I don't know, I don't really like wolf movement sections. Which gives me mixed feelings for MDH because of soundtrack. feels like so much longer than 6 minutes.
Looks like the first regrab was good for mid. This looks good. Yeah, should be good. Nice.
Nice. Regrab.
Get out, beast.
Pause buffering to get the right timing for good angle on Morpheal to get the regrab. No Louise glitch for meewix. Get you
Unfortunate.
B-attack into the cutscene in just the right spot. It'll make the camera messed up. We'll save like a second and a half or something. I'm pretty sure she's gonna go for rope skip in the next room.
Oh, nice. Let's see if she gets it. It's one of those things where it's a small time save, but a huge risk.
Listen to Telma. Interesting choice.
Very interesting.
Didn't get caught by the Goron though. Rope
But she did
skip.
successfully do rope skip, so props. Yeah, it's one of those tricks where, like, you know, it takes maybe like a 2-3 second save, but the risk of failing it, you know, kind of cancels all of it out.
Yeah, it's like the car got out of bounds.
Yeah. So now we see Midnalin start the MDH.
I have a burning question. How in the world does above Telma's bar have a passageway to Giovanni's house? If you look out in the street, it's not like there's, I don't know, a passageway that goes above the street.
Yeah, they're like on opposite ends of... Well, no, they're not on opposite ends. They're... Secret Telma affair. That's crazy, actually. But that's a valid question, actually. Aren't they... They're kind of nearby each other.
They're close, but they're like
diamond-
across the street. You go above the bar, and there's no like passageway above the street. You end up above Giovanni's house too.
Well, I think there's a side street, like, on top of, like... I'm not gonna defend the layout of the castle town. Just trust it, okay? Whatever they would... I'm sure they knew what they were doing when they did it.
The closest justification I could think of is like you have to go down a few steps to go to Telma's bar. So even though you're above the bar when you go through the passageway, it's still under the street. That took a lot of thinking.
I don't think this is something that should be thought of during a Wolfdash race. Waiting for the bridge. Meewix did void out.
These are the people who care.
These people only care about wolf and dashing.
That's true.
But yeah, we won't see Midnalin doing a rope skip. Not because she doesn't know how. She doesn't. But she's just not a gamer.
meewix has reached the Midna store to trade in her broken Midna for a new one.
Make sure you get that warranty.
This one doesn't, I don't know, dissolve in the sunlight.
So on meewix's side, we're gonna be going to arbiters, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe the optimal GameCube route would go to Snow Peak at this point, but yeah, we've got different routes. The earliest we can go to Snow Peak, and then the latest we can go to Snow Peak, which is interesting.
Yeah, so Midnalin already went to Snow Peak, so after she finishes MDH, she'll actually be picking up the ending blow because she still hasn't picked that up yet, and that is a requirement to beat the game. But after the ending blow, she'll also be making her way to arbiters. So yeah, we won't see.
That out earlier too. meewix got the ending blow from vanilla location. It's not vanilla, casual location.
Yeah. Yeah. So for now, and I think we established it won't be until they both reach City in the Sky that these routes won't converge anytime soon.
Mid showing Bo Hugo who's boss.
I don't know, man. It took her 2 tries to do it.
I did it.
Yeah, I did. It's okay.
Wasn't paying attention.
Getting the route back up.
Oh, let's go. More wolf dashing.
Yep, more wolf dashing.
Air horns.
And unlike GameCube, Mew doesn't have to worry about the camera angles because there's not as much lag in this area as compared to the GameCube version.
Up here, she's gonna have to steal a boar to get into Boblin Camp.
That's right, because she doesn't have the ball and chain to knock down the tower.
Right. Hopefully it goes well. Sometimes these Boblins can just bully you. Like that. Running you over, shooting you with arrows.
Yeah. I believe meewix is going to be doing Snow Peak after Arbiters, or at least after getting the spinner, because it's been brought to my attention that meewix does a spinner bomb boost in Snow Peak. So it'd be pretty cool to see. It'd be pretty cool to see that.
Since Wii doesn't have LGAs, there's you have to do a bomb boost in the courtyard to get over to our camera's room, and depending on what route is done, different tricks.
So it doesn't.
Didn't have to be done. Spinner bomb
Yeah,
boost
so-
is a little bit easier than the other one. The moon boots bomb boost. Moon boots jump attack bomb boost.
So Meewix is making her way through Boblin camp to find this one Boblin that has the small key. And now she's already fought King Boblin 1, but guess what? We're gonna fight King Boblin 3. This is 3.
In this game, 3 comes after Who just doesn't exist. Except in glitchless.
Yeah, I think in other routes, there's some routes that do KB2 skip. So we don't see King Boblin a second time.
Any route that gets Zora armor.
This is how I'm breaking to the world.
OMG,
Yeah, Meewix.
skip live at Wolfdash.
Yeah, Meewix is just so goated that she found a way to skip the ball and chain, and it's being debuted right here, right now, in the Wolfdash Redemption bracket, round 4 in the losers bracket. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Actually, no, that's a lie. I can think of like 5 places, but it's okay. They all involve food.
Nice.
And actually, I was telling Midnalin earlier in the day before the race that the only thing I had yesterday was a hot dog.
No
But
one is
Andrew,
surprised.
but Andrew, I went to Whataburger yesterday. I went to Whataburger after a concert for a shake.
I don't know if they have Whataburger in my area.
If they do, you should get it. And I would recommend getting a shake.
Anyway, so Meewix is in Arbiter's Grounds now.
Yes, and I believe the routes for both, and at least the arbiters, are the same. I believe maybe the only difference is the way the Pogate clip is attempted. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, the Pogate clip setup is a little bit different because we can't do a certain part of the setup that GameCube does. They can't do C up A cancels.
Yeah. So we'll be seeing a different method of Pogate clip on Muix's side compared to what we normally see on a GameCube route from Midland. And I noticed that none of our runners appear to damage down, so I believe we will be fighting Death Sword on both ends. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Oh, unfortunate.
Meewix breaks the pot. Luckily, we can just reload the room right here and try again.
It looks like Mid just got rammed by the boar right there.
We need this pot because it has a guaranteed blue rupee in it.
And we more importantly need the blue rupee for the blue rupee text that helps us clip into this gate.
We're gonna do a funny little Ocarina of Time setup to get in a very precise position, and then use this pot to clip us into the gate between the space between where the wall is and where the wall pushes us. And once we're there, in a very specific spot, we can do, looks like meewix clips out. Alright.
And on Midnalin side, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, once we're on the seam, we can do a pickup slide with the rupee. An interesting thing when Link is in the animation where he's holding something out in front of him. There's like a missing frame in the animation. He kind of like sways back and forth. Something like, I don't know what the exact numbers are, but it's like forward, let's say, forward 9 frames, back 10. So we're moving backwards very slowly, but we're so close to the other end of the wall that it pretty much clips us through instantly.
Nice. And on Midland side, we saw her do map glitch a second time. Oh, hello, Link. Map glitch to to get in onto a little cliff after some LJAs, which Mid was failing miserably at, mind you. Anyway, to be able to do a little jump attack into the King Boblin trigger, which spawns us in this fight. So let's do it quickly.
Meewix did safely get through the Poe gate without having to save warp. If you collect the rupee without getting through the gate, you have to save warp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get different camera angles in the rupee cutscene depending on... I guess there are a few different things. What your angle is when you collect the rupee, what your exact position is when you get the rupee, and some of them are kind of funny. Super close up with Link's face. And you saw meewix do a third-person clawshot clip. Skip the triple Zelphos. That is a Wii exclusive trick. Just the way the claw shot works with the motion controls. I'm gonna see one more of those in... 2 more of those in City in the Sky. Save a bunch of time.
Now Mid is also in Arbiters. So we've seen kind of the same, more or less the same movement from Mid and meewix and Arbiters, apart from, of course, how Pogate clip is done for Mid, and because Mid will be doing the traditional displacement clip.
Meewix got the 1 cycle on Death Sword by chaining 3 slash combos. On the 3rd hit of a combo, if you don't do the 4th hit, it still resets Death Sword's like stun timer. So if you just keep doing the 3 slashes, you can get the 1 cycle. His Death Sword skip doesn't save as much time as it used to with Pogate clip. You have to do a save warp. Nope, death warp. I think it's less than 20 seconds if done optimally.
Sounds about right. So now we see Mid coming on to Pogate clip. Let's hope she does it right. For some reason, it's not ranking the pot. Having to walk all the way over here to pick it up. Kind of hurts my eyes to see that.
Not totally familiar with the exact setup for this on GameCube. I think it's slightly more difficult and involved on the Wii version.
Yeah, it's not too it's not too bad of a setup on GameCube. It just some more precise like lineups and some ESS jumps. And then looks good from mid. Yep, perfect.
Yeah, neither one is super hard, but there's a lot going on.
Uh, okay. Yeah, spinner room is a little meh.
The big spinner room can be mean with these spinner blade cycles. Because they're not on a regular cycle at all. They're all moving at different periods. So you just kind of gotta go and hope,
Nice.
cross your fingers if you don't get the movement optimally.
Midland picking up that one red rupee chest. Because I believe the last rupee she'll need is the red rupee on fire for the 300.
It might look like she's in trouble with rupees, but she hasn't been to Snow Peak yet, which is where we get the vast majority of our money.
Yeah. And I'm not too familiar with meewix's runs, but does she do stellar skip? Oh,
Large skip is not possible on the Wii version,
oh,
as
duh.
shot actor displacement isn't possible
I'm
in
s-
a helpful
I'm
way.
s- I'm stupid. So I'm assuming we'll be seeing a one cycle from phase 2 from meewix.
That's the hope.
Oh yeah, there's no yeah, right. Okay. Anyway,
Because there's the recharge on the quick spins in the Wii
yeah.
version. The Stellar Phase 2 one cycle is a lot harder. Still possible, but very tight.
Just like mid messing up the one cycle. Or may have just mistimed it a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Mid's kind of slacking over there.
Meewix threading the needle on that Stellord cycle. All of these stall trip locations are completely random, I'm pretty sure. This is another case of just going and crossing your fingers, hoping you get good locations.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you lose a lot of time.
This looks good. Oh, oof.
And sometimes Stellord's elbows get in the way.
Uh,
Oh, no.
unfortunate. And now mid making her way into Epic Spinner Room, failing the jump attack the first time.
Meewix gets that last hit. And not having camera control doesn't help.
Yeah.
This phase. But at least Stellard's dead now. We can,
Yeah, we can just
we can
leave through the
and
door.
going.
Yeah. First, we just have to raise this little platform first.
Right, and a bridge should be coming out.
Yep.
What the?
Oh, whoa.
Still alive?
So now we should hopefully see an attempt of a 1 cycle, if not at least a close.
Ooh. This is the quick knockdown.
Oh.
Just misses it again.
Yeah. Doing it back up. Nice. Okay.
There you go. Uh-oh. Unfortunate. Which we won't get the 1 cycle. Again, it is really tight. You have like just enough frames. Gotta get all the auto spins just right. You gotta get all the fastest combos. There's very little leeway.
Nice, but gets the quick takedown. Pretty quick. And now Midnalin's. Oh, nice. Now hopefully it's dead. But now on Midnalin's side, entering a Stallard fight, she will be doing a Stallard skip. Having just learned it recently. About a month ago, actually. Maybe longer than that. But she has put time and effort into this trick, getting it better. Okay.
I think displacement clips make this trick less terrible. Still hard, but not as bad as it used to be. Less punishing, for sure.
Oh yeah, having to do that, the claw shot bomb boost or whatever it was called. I don't even remember what it was called.
Yeah.
Never did it, so I never cared.
I think the big thing is the trick being retryable.
Yeah.
The way it used to be, blow up Joseph if the trick went wrong.
Yeah.
And this, if you get the claw shot active displacement, you can retry as many times as you need.
Yeah. I think mid's having a little bit of trouble getting a lineup.
Maybe she missed the bomb placement to get the first one. Now we can just warp away without raising the mirror. For some reason, if you just zoom in, you can turn the portals on and warp away.
Well, I think that time, I think Stallard actually killed Joseph in that time.
Meewix must have decided that it wouldn't be fair to unleash Ball and Chain skip upon the world at this point, so she's gonna go get Ball and Chain.
I guess she decided it was too soon to bring it up.
Here's the one use of icon shortcuts in the Wii route. If you hold Z, that'll make a map icon show up on the lower left side of the screen. So you can you activate the map that way without pressing a button. Or you can access the item wheel without pressing a button. And what that's useful for is you can time opening the map and calling Midna on the same frame, which will activate map glitch.
Nice, Midnalin got the claw actor displacement. That is, in my opinion, is the hardest part of the actual trick itself. But now it doesn't look like Stellar's in the best position to be able to rank from a good position over here. Yeah, I think this is gonna hit her right here. Yeah. Okay.
meewix is also going to howl once, not twice.
Mm. And Stellar's really having a field day over here with mid. Then the slash. Then we'll ring Stellar for one good measure. Then we'll use the spinner to clip into the wall. Unfortunate bonk, so I'll have to do this little setup again.
I believe this is
don't think that's enough
a
time.
frame perfect spinner dismount. Just to get off the spinner as soon as she gets on the seam of the gate. If she goes early, she can just try again immediately, but if she goes late, then she has to retry the setup again.
Okay, so let's try gonna ring one more time before we do the spinner. Okay, looks good.
Ooh, and here we see meewix doing an LJA, an enemy LJA to skip the Snow Peak portal.
Oh, they
LJAs
should
are
do
still possible. It's just boomerang LJAs don't work the same way on Wii. As long as we can target something and jump attack, LJAs still work the same.
Okay.
Just get that keys over a void with the boomerang,
Boom.
and then we can LJ using it.
Mid bonking again. Meewix is also be doing blind snowboarding. Yeah, mid will have to collect a heart. Well, I thought Meewix waited for a minute because she was falling for quite a long time. But no, looks good. She bonked right there, though. Okay. Midland once again going for the spinner. Bonking again. Now, this gate does not seem to be cooperating with Midland today. Getting another heart.
Fortunate. Again, she is still very new to this trick.
Yeah.
We probably started
Like-
learning it during Wolfdash.
Yeah, I believe she started learning it before her match with Basil. Or at least before. Oh, it looks like Meewix has to do the trudge of shame.
Walk of shame.
Yeah, having bonking so close to the end, it's not a slope anymore. So you have to, it's a really flat. Oh, it looks like mid is in the gate. Oh, and clipped out. You hate to see that.
Must be nerve-wracking trying to do all this on the time limit. Not to get hit
Yeah.
by Star-Lord.
Yes, but it looks like try to ring Stellar again. Now I am
Meewix is
interested.
in Snow Peak. You can see the
Yeah,
route differing already. Because we can't do that boomerang LJA off that first room. Take a different route. We get to meet Yetta and Yetta again. Popular spot to bonk.
Yeah, so I am interested to see this spinner bomb boost.
Another tough puzzle. See if we can figure it out.
I think Meewix
Hard
can
a little
figure it
bit.
out.
It's alright. Puzzles are hard.
So I'm assuming you do the same kind of route that Meewix is doing right now, right?
I do a little bit of a different one. I do Snow Peak before
GG mid.
Arbiters. Nice mid.
GG mid. I know it wasn't ideal, but hey, you finished. You got through.
We have to get
Sweaty.
to the other side of this courtyard using a bomb boost.
Oh, is this it? This is the setup?
Gonna set up. Toss a bomb here. And then do a little angle buffer. To get the right angle. And then jump on the spinner. Spin at the right time. And boost us up onto the
Nice.
wall.
That's actually so cool.
That's decently easier than doing a moon boots jump attack bomb boost. Which is
Yeah, looks like the freezer here is not being very nice.
the moon boots is a frame perfect force unequip of the boots with a frame perfect bomb timing, pretty much. You have one frame of the bomb timer where you get boosted with the right time.
It looks like the bomb did not connect with Dark Hammer there.
Moon boots can be a lot trickier and isn't much faster. The meewix just goes with the different route. A little bit easier.
Mm-hmm. So now that Meewix has the ball and chain, she'll be getting the 2 orange rupees here in Snow Peak, and then as far as I know, is the point where the routes will converge because they'll both be doing early Sky Cannon, which is probably the biggest sequence break in the game. It skips pretty much the rest of Snow Peak, all of Temple of Time, and that long quest with Ilya's memory and whatnot.
Meewix gets that orange rupee and skips the text. Nice. Both of these bubbles are infamous for either not spawning or clipping out of bounds when they spawn the rupee. There's a
Yeah,
lot of time that ever happens.
Yeah, I've had a few times where the orange ruby just decides to just not appear. It just voids out or something.
Happens to the best of us.
Yep, so now both our runners will be getting ready to head to City in the Sky.
Now we are officially converged. One interesting thing about Early City on Wii, for some reason, this clip here seems to be more precise on Wii. Not exactly clear why that is, but
Is it actually?
it is, yeah. Well, that's what I hear.
Hmm.
I've never done it on GameCube, but it is pretty annoying on Wii.
Oh,
Try.
nice.
I've lost like 3 minutes there before.
Alright, now on to City of Sky. Uh, what's your opinion on City of Sky as a Wii runner?
I like it. It's one of my among my favorites out of the dungeons. Not too bad. Couple cool tricks. The routes between Wii and GameCube differ very slightly, but not too significant. Just because of the whole LJA thing.
Yeah. So now in this room, Midnalin's gonna be doing 2 LJAs. One. And 2. Now right here, we'll be doing a small little trigger skip to skip turning on the fan in the main room. Simply by transforming right here and opening the door.
That has something to do with Link's like position being measured by where his back feet are when he's in wolf form. But you can still activate doors depending on how close his head is. You can activate the door before his feet cross the trigger for the fan to activate in the next room. Now meewix is in city. Looks like the time difference is a little under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Still room for an upset.
Oh yeah, there's still plenty of the game left.
Stupid room, Zelda.
I would say even Argarok too.
Yeah. Meewix getting water bombs for safety. Probably not a bad idea. Time diff is a little under 2 minutes, looks like.
Yeah, I want to say. I don't know. Kind of hard to give it a specific estimate. 2 minutes sounds right, but for all I know, I'm also using Midnalin splits over here.
That's what I was looking at. Midnalin not going for small key skip. Surprising.
Yeah, we're getting a small key. Yeah, we're getting a small key here. But Mid did go for the Argarok cutscene skip. Small, nice little skip there that basically keeps our save warp point to right there where we got the small key, and avoids having to do this fan trigger skip a second time. Because I believe you do have to do it a second time if you activate or if you watch the Argarok cutscene.
That would make sense. It looks like they're both at the same spot. This is the mirror. They're on different sides of the dungeon, but
yeah, different sides of the dungeon, but we're both we're both technically in the East Wing, technically, but of course the Wii version is mirrored, so Meewix's East Wing was Midnalin's West Wing. But speaking of East Wing, we will be seeing a displacement clip from Midnalin coming up right here.
This is the room Midnalin is. This is the room where routes for a little bit.
Because yes, we'll be seeing Meewix do a different kind of clip in this room. Oh, bonking at the gate. Such a classic and typical Midnalin move.
I'm guessing
And I
you do
believe...
city gate skip in your runs.
Yes, I do. Just recently. Okay, and looks like meewix also skips the cutscene.
Yeah, messing it up a little bit, but backing it up nicely.
Yeah. Oh, meewix... I mean, not meewix, Mid having a little bit of trouble with this gate here. Seems to be a theme throughout the run for her. Just kidding, just kidding. But this is allowing meewix to gain some ground on her. It's kind of hard to tell what's going wrong. It looks like it's going... The setup looks good on mid's end, unless something ever so slightly is being messed up. Kind of hard to tell.
Displacement clips are so incredibly precise. If you change one minuscule thing, it's not gonna work. Sometimes it's hard to notice if something does go wrong. So here we see meewix taking the bottom route here. We're in the same room.
And now, yep, now they're both in the same room.
See how meewix does with her gate. Oh, she does a different setup than I do. But she's
Nice.
through.
I don't think the claw shot was necessary there. I think that was more of a flex than anything.
Yes. Saves having to go chase it around. Uku.
Now, I believe meewix will also be doing a displacement clip here. Nice little side up.
Displacement clip here to save, well, like 5 seconds? And Midnalin is through.
Oh yeah,
is
nice.
in the Aralthos fight, doing another third-person claw shot clip.
Yeah. Whereas we'll be seeing Midnalin do it while be set up to do to skip the Aralthos fight. But I don't think she does the displacement clip here. I think she does the intended way. So now they're both in the same up, and meewix is through. Let's see if this goes well for Midnalin.
Yeah, that Aralthos skip on Wii can be a little finicky.
Nice. So I'd say they're about. I'd say the lead got cut down to maybe 30 seconds now. Maybe 25, but I think 30 is a good guess.
I thought it was 15.
Is it 15? Am I don't know.
Meewix got double claw at 2:17:29.
2:17:29. Then yeah, I'd say 50 seconds. Then yeah, that sounds more right.
But they're definitely very close now.
Oh yeah.
This could go either way. There's no significant route difference between the versions after this. Oh. Boss key, really boss key, a little bit different, not significantly faster or slower. Room before fan tower is a little bit different. On Wii without LJs.
That's right.
Flip. I think
Yeah,
she
that was nice as
does.
well.
She skips turning on the fan. Yep. Midnalin gets a nice
Midnalin-
clip.
Yeah. Yeah, Midland's had a history of having funny moments in this room.
They can skip doing an LJA by doing some precise little claw shots on that one fan. That was a very clean. I don't know
Yeah,
what you
that was
call
pretty good.
And not tower room.
I don't know. But we will be seeing a couple of LJAs on Midland side. One to get to this fan, and then one to get to the door. Nice. Now we're both in the same. Now we're in the same room.
See if our runners can get the fast fan tower cycle. Ooh, I can
Dang,
skip it.
Meewix with a clean tower climb.
Motion controls make this a little bit easier, I guess, but still, I still struggle with it. Now we're gonna see one more cool Wii 1.0 exclusive thing. If you skip this little panning cutscene, if for some reason that warps up to the fight, so he doesn't have to claw shot up.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hardest part is remembering to do it. I forget it like 50% of the time.
Yeah, so we just claw to Argok's tail with the iron boots, and then we quickly climb this back up to hopefully get a second grab. Nice. Because Argok stays hovering just for a little bit, just long enough to get a second grab, but you do have to be quick about it. And as Claudine said, we got to skip this little area to start causing us. GameCube has to do this little claw shot, but we can make it a little quicker by doing that.
Decent Rob shot there.
Yeah.
Named after an OG TP runner, Rob West. Who I officially bopped with my last PB, not to brag. His 13-year-old run on the leaderboard. meewix is gonna jump off the edge there just to save a little bit of time on. I think it prevents Margarok from flying around. Saves a little bit of waiting. She's gonna wait for a visual cue to fall onto these P-hats and a little bit of specific movement to make Argarok think we've fallen and kind of give up trying to kill us for a little while. And that lets us skip the flame cycle and grab on early.
Yep, so now both of our runners are in the second phase of Argarok.
It's cool to see that they're both so close now after the routes line up again. Converge.
Yeah.
It's 2 hits from meewix.
And Midnalin also voiding out after the cutscene ended.
The third flame cancel is just a little bit different because Argarok tries switching things up and turning around, going the other way with his flames. Makes the last like a little bit different. They're going to press A to finish.
Nice.
I didn't know that when I started running, that you had to press A to do the finish on like Argarok and Morpheal.
Oh, so you were just swinging your remote?
Yeah. And one day I was just like, how do you do that quick finish? And everyone in the Discord was kind of like confused. You just press A. All this time.
So I'm gonna wait till meewix fades out from this portal to, I guess, start jotting down for a time difference.
And with that, we have all 4 mirror shards. That was quick. Fortunately for us, it doesn't. It only checks. The game only checks for the last mirror shard, or if it'll let us into Palace of Twilight. That lets us skip Temple of Time and half of Snow Peak.
2:26:29. Midland, you can't
Some of the
skip that.
displacement clips are particularly troublesome, and that City Gate one is one of those. UX
Yeah,
is
there was
gonna equip
go ahead.
boots and do a little jump attack to try to land on the bridge, just to save us from landing in the water to warp away. One more interesting thing about Wii 1.0, if you do happen to land in the water, it's less costly than on other versions, because you can sink to the bottom of the water and still warp there. You can warp underwater.
We're looking at about for a minute 4 difference between the two.
Still anyone's race.
Oh yeah. Now meewix is in Palace of Twilight. And I've heard a lot of runners say they hate this dungeon. I'm quite fond of it.
Fond of it.
I won't.
Wow.
I won't defend it in like any like circumstance, but like, you know, it's not like it's bad. Like, it's cool. The scenery's nice. You know. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know, but it's cool.
I respect that.
I mean, someone has to say it, right? Now that's a hot take.
No, he's like hyped up the whole game, and then he's like a little goober when you fight him.
Yeah, I think his characters could have been, kept serious. Him having that little breakdown was kind of like, all right, bro.
Ganon can't be the final boss for every game. Yeah, he's like not in the game for 90% of it, and then he's just, oh, by the way, Indorf is in the castle. He's in cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah, but
More
we skipped
probably.
we skipped the cutscene that he's mentioned.
One more difference for the Wii version, Meewix is going to be doing a 4 cycle on Phantom Zant because you can't do quick spins. Quick spin 3 cycle.
Oh, it looks like
Unfortunately, she just messed up that last cycle, so he's warping around.
I didn't even see what happened. Maybe a hit didn't connect.
Yeah, sometimes our sword just goes through Zant for some reason.
Just because it's a phantom, man.
Must be.
Now, even though
major skips in Palace of Twilight, we're just pretty linear. Going through
some
collecting
instances
7
for
small keys.
oh yeah. Now, Midnalin can do quick spins, but she opts to do the 3 slashes followed by the combo as well.
Interesting. Don't blame her.
Because it is tedious if you mess up the quick spins, because then Phantom Zan will also start spawning like randomly.
Meewix skillfully avoiding those squeebles. Those Twilight vermin. If you could explain this, if you could describe this next room in one word, what would it be?
The next room from Meewix, I don't know. Stupid.
Stupid room. That's a good one.
It looks like it's stupid room is.
But
How can I describe it? How can I describe it without just saying it's stupid? It's a well-designed room. It just, if you make a mistake, it's so tedious to like get back up to start it, to like redo it. Like, especially if you're on the way back with the soul. Which, by the way, that's what the little orbs are called, a soul.
unless you're Jim, then there's Saul. Crazy. You got these platform cycles.
Yeah. And going through this room the first time, the Zant head can spawn in the middle of those platforms, which is also kind of another reason why it's called Stupid Room. Just because it's kind of stupid how he just spawns like there. But, not much you can do about that.
Meewix has a really good stupid room. Just stupid room was not stupid. I always like when that happens. There's still time for it to be stupid, though.
Oh, yeah.
At the return trip. Well, usually if it's stupid on the return trip, it's less stupid than first time.
And now Midnalin's entering stupid room.
What do you call this room that meewix is in?
I call see look okay Midnalin is that's exactly why it's called stupid because Zanhead could just spawn like right there, and right there as well. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's crazy luck.
I've seen other
Zan
runners in the community. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they're just saying those spawn locations for Zanthead in Stupid Room are random. You have to learn how to react to all of them.
Yeah, that was a nice clutch grab, platform grab. But this room that Midland's in now, it's called Smart Room, which I'm not 100% sure why. It doesn't feel like it's so smart.
It's
I guess
not
if you
Stupid Room.
yeah, I guess if you handle it properly.
Alternatively, you could call it Forehead Room. There are 4 heads.
Nice,
Neelix's
Mewix.
second Phantom Zant fight goes better.
Yes, it did. I like
Forehead
Forehead
room.
better. Ooh. Like Midland's about to roll off the platform there, or whatever you want to call that. Oh, and she does the OJA from here. Nice. I don't see a lot of runners do that. All right, another clean Phantom Zant from mid. Let's see how this room treats Muix. Yeah, pretty good.
Another clean Stupid Room.
Have you ever fallen in that room with the soul? Cloud?
Like on the return trip?
Yeah.
Maybe once? I feel like I've
It's
gotten
really
pretty lucky.
yeah. It's one of those things where it's like really unfortunate to fall, just because it's so tedious to get back up. And now on Muix decided we're gonna put some butter on our sword. It's probably that that I can't believe it's not butter. Butter.
Perhaps. Zant and the Shadow Beast must be lactose intolerant.
Yeah, probably.
He's so weak to it. High cholesterol.
Ooh. Okay. That's why.
Ooh, unfortunate. Meewix coming up on one more cool, not technically Wii exclusive trick, but the staircase skip coming up. It's
yeah.
possible on GameCube, but motion controls make it a lot more reasonable on Wii. Gonna target one of these geese up here with the boomerang. Oh, looks like didn't quite.
Yeah,
But we can try it again. Target the walls to delay the boomerang a little bit. Target one of the keys, transform, and then do a super jump to skip the staircase.
Nice.
Is 5 seconds or so.
Yeah.
The second
Yeah, I haven't
try
seen.
probably didn't save time. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Not
haven't
something you
seen
see
many
a lot
runners do that.
outside of ILs.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, I don't see many runners do that. I believe I saw you do that in one of your races, actually.
Yeah. A lot more reasonable on Wii.
Now Midnalin put some butter on her sword as well.
Oh, Meewix just missing more health. There are lots of little spots where you can lose health in this dungeon, so health management is definitely something you gotta think about. Especially in this next room where you take a lot of intentional damage, booting out and dropping. You're gonna see how she's gonna handle that. Taking the optimal path through the room. In this room we've got dent heads to kill and we've got the boss key to collect. Optimally, you go for the dent head over here.
Oh my god, Midnalin can't even cross at a heart. Ah.
Oh, I'm bored. You get that after getting that dent head, the fastest way back to the main part of the room is to void out.
Nice.
And one more thing about Wii is, so this Twilight Curtain here, a charged spin attack dispels the fog longer than quick spin, and the only thing Wii can do is a quick spin, so makes this part slightly harder.
Oh, Meewix is on a quarter of a heart.
And it close. Hopefully, no Karg surprises.
Yeah, it's always. This is one of those areas where like having low health is like scary. Like I don't know. Like I don't know about you, but like
If you die